Like, you know, that person picked up the phone and they were like, this is Mentos. Did you mean to call us? What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about new beauty releases in a brand new Will I Buy It. It's spring. It's springtime, and so now all of the beauty brands are coming out with spring colorways for everything, and a smattering of some of the weirder things that I've seen in a while, and I have had the chance to glance around at some of the kind of new release resources that we get all of our information from online, mainly Trend Mood, and I'm going to go through the new releases, chat about them and my thoughts, and I am actually taking a trip to Sephora today because I just moved and I have not even been to the local Sephora yet. So today I'm literally making a shopping list to try stuff for you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to getting on these new releases and figuring out what it is that we want to test next. So I always have to start by saying this, Trend Mood is not an unbiased resource. She is paid at least $1,000 for every single post. So, you know, the things that are shown on her Instagram are not necessarily like, oh my gosh, this is so popular. Oh my gosh, I really thought you guys would be interested in this. It's also, oh my gosh, these people paid me money. So, you know, that's why you see certain brands on there more than others. Okay, so this just launched. We have a new Hide and Peak Concealer by Morphe 2. Lots and lots of shades, $12 each. And we have talked about this before on my channel. You guys are not interested in anything with the name Morphe on it, and I don't blame you. Morphe has just been sketchy sketch for so long. And the quality of their stuff, as I have tried it years and years ago, was always pretty abysmal. And they just have never done anything to win me back, so no. That was easy, getting right into it. Okay, Melt Cosmetics has come out with cream blush lights. Give your cheeks a natural, glowing flush in an assortment of natural and pearl textures. The buttery cream formula melts into skin, providing a smooth, radiant finish. Multi-use cream blush lights can be applied to the cheeks and lips. Looks like they have, what is that, 8 shades of these cream blushes. So Melt Cosmetics has never been my favorite in terms of their eyeshadow formulas. They are a formula that I always talk about kind of blends and blends and blends away, and some people love that. Some people have really enjoyed their palettes. I just find that they don't really commit and they don't have a lot of wear time, and they just kind of frustrate me, and I have not bought any of their eyeshadow palettes in a while since then. I did own the Gemini palette and the 27 palette at one point, but I've not really kept up with them recently as far as their other releases, and they're putting out cheek products. That to me has absolutely nothing to do with my opinion of their eyeshadow formula, so I think that I would want to try these from Melt Cosmetics, and I think that these are at Sephora. If not, they are, you know, obviously on their website and stuff like that, but these colors look absolutely gorgeous. It looks like they've got everything from kind of shimmery, almost bronzer shades, look like the Bronzinos from Tower 28, all the way up to like a really rich orange, some peachy tones, and even some like deep berry colors. And it looks like they could really have taken a lot of skin tones into consideration for this as well. So I think that that will go on my list. Oh, Charlotte Tilbury. I'm sorry, how many lipsticks can you put out? Like, I feel like Charlotte Tilbury, as much as I appreciate the quality of her products, she releases products practically at the rate of ColourPop, and it's hard not to see that as a way of cheapening her brand. If you're going to make things expensive and make them precious and also concentrate on literally such a small grouping of colors, I don't mean like a shade range, but I mean her colors are all wearable. She doesn't come out with blue lipsticks, you know? And if they're all going to be these kind of nuanced, rosy skin, peachy shades, then don't release them as often, make them more special. And it's hard for me to get excited about her new releases just because she puts a bunch of rhinestones on the package. Okay, Tarte. Tarte's still out here. They're still doing things. So they have a new addition to the Shape Tape family, Tarte Ultra Creamy and Eye Cream. So I joked about this recently, about how there are brands that should be a little bit concerned about the fact that they really hang their entire purported success on like a couple of products. I also saw that, oh, Tarte did a collab. I went to Ulta yesterday. Tarte did a collab with Pretty Basic, which is the podcast by Alicia Marie and Remy Ashton. they're like, you know, YouTubers have been around for a really, really long time. And granted, yes, they are cute. Their podcast is really popular, but the fact that Tarte would just call out the elephant in the room and collab with something called Pretty Basic, it's like, we were all thinking it. So yeah, Tarte in their Shape Tape, they can just keep kind of iterating on that, and I see them kind of trying to cling to life here, but Tarte needs to innovate. They need to do something new because this just feels so blah to me. I'm not going to be buying the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. Winky Lux. Winky Lux just keeps popping up, don't they? They started out with those color changing lipsticks, which I can't with because they literally only turn hot pink. But these are these kind of like creamy swirled looking lipsticks, which I can't help but be a little tantalized by. They're very pretty and they're supposed to be kind of a mix of a lipstick and a balm. And I don't think that they're super expensive. Yeah, they're $18 and they, I think, are sold. I know they're at Ulta, but I also see them at Target and things like that. So, you know, let me know if you guys are interested in that. This isn't a particularly groundbreaking product necessarily. I don't think that it's going to change my life, but they are kind of cute. You know, I'll review it if you want. Jaclyn Hill. She's really just continuing to do it, isn't she? She has put out 7 baked blush and bronzer duos, highlighters in singles, and a loose beaming light. I saw these and I hoped that they were creams. I really, really thought that they were creams, but they are actually powders, which to me, yes, Jaclyn Hill has an aesthetic and she has a customer, but I do feel like cream is just so much more popular right now, especially going into springtime. People just aren't reaching for as much of these, like, you know, powder duos. That's just me taking the temperature on the industry right now. And these are such really beautiful colorways. I was really hoping that they would be cream. I've never tried anything by Jaclyn Hill other than her Champagne Pop collab that she did, you know, ages ago with Becca, but I'm sure that these are lovely. I also am sure that she's going to send them out in PR to everyone, not me, but like everyone. So there's going to be a lot of reviews on this anyway. And I'm not sure that you guys, you know, necessarily need my opinion on them, but they do look very pretty. Okay, we have jumped the shark. Available now, Walmart Fun Collaboration. Rugrats, Funko, and Taste Beauty NYC. I am not familiar with Taste Beauty, but Funko are those dolls, right? With the eyes, they're like the collectible dolls. I mean, with eyes, most dolls have eyes. This is also with Rugrats, which I didn't realize that Rugrats was even still a thing. God bless them. Rugrats was around when I was very little. So, I mean, that's saying something. And when I first saw these, yes, they are the heads of the Rugrats on, you know, lip glosses and things like that. I cannot look at these without saying Pez dispenser. They just look like Pez dispensers. So I don't have any interest in this to begin with, but I did think that it was just remarkably Pez dispenser-ish. The Tatcha, the Silk powder. I have seen a lot of controversy around this just because in 2021, somebody putting out a translucent powder with no other shades, it's a little sus. You know, they're not really sure whether it's going to actually be translucent. Very few translucent powders are actually translucent and work on everybody. So, you know, everybody has a right to be sus. I am not, you know, super excited about this product, but I'll wait for somebody like, you know, Jackie Aina to review it because she will. Fenty has put out a very, very deep shade called Thick Mint, which I love, in their bronzer, which is cool. Uma has released a massive range of like color cosmetics. I'm not sure how much they had in the way of color cosmetics, but this is the Coming to America sequel collab, and it's a bunch of really, really vivid kind of I don't know, just like bright jewel tone shades, and it's done in kind of the African motif with, you know, the gold and the black and the lions and everything. This is beautiful, but it doesn't look like something that I would really be interested in, even though I always want to support Uma. They are a very, very cool brand. This just looks kind of not for me, but it's absolutely beautiful. Honestly, it looks like Pat McGrath. Here's one I'm excited about. Okay, Fenty Beauty has put out Body Sauce, okay? It is a blurring body tint that enhances the skin you're in with light to medium buildable coverage to even out and instantly blur away the appearance of blemishes and imperfections with a silky texture and transfer resistant formula. Comfortable and smooth to the touch, lightweight gel cream formula blends into skin, leaving a sun-kissed, healthy looking radiance. It is her first complexion product that I know of that isn't full coverage, because I didn't go for her dewy one because it was still really full coverage. I tried the Pro Filter. It was crazy full coverage and I just didn't like it. And I haven't tried her powder foundation either. I'm just not a powder foundation person, but this looks right up my alley. I would absolutely use this on my face, even though it is kind of a face and body product kind of thing. It seemed like they're almost like shimmer goos a little bit, but they're meant to just kind of enhance the skin, and I absolutely want to give that a shot just because it looks like something that's so new and different. I did end up going to Sephora. I might end up kind of editorializing throughout this video because I have follow-up thoughts. I swatched this and it's a little weird. It's sort of like, at least in my shade, it's like a cool toned body bronzer. It's not a complexion product from the standpoint of like matching your skin. It is truly like, I don't know, I would say a body bronzer, but it seems almost like contour. Either way, I did not end up buying it because I had no idea what I was supposed to do with it. ColourPop has put out something called Cheek Dew, which I'm sure is lovely and I'm sure it's inexpensive, but you know, in the comment, do you care? You know, do you guys care about a ColourPop release? I kind of don't care. I'm just being honest. Like, I want to care, but I can't. Oh, okay. This is a fun one. This is just, you know, open season. Elf! Come on, Elf. We were really doing so well. I was really enjoying the Elf releases that I was trying, and I just love being able to offer affordable, cruelty-free stuff on my channel. Oh, but they have done a Chipotle collab. Okay, caliente. Are you ready for this hot collaboration? It looks okay. Like, it's got a weird kind of Oscar the Grouch green in it that I can't really get behind, but the rest of it's pretty. But do we really need new makeup releases this badly that we are jumping the shark by combining it with a fast casual Mexican restaurant? I just think sometimes these brands do this because they just need to stay relevant, and they know that it's silly. They know that it's, I mean, obviously they know that this is silly, but they know that it's silly to expect people to buy it. It's just that they want something to talk about because the industry is just at such a fast clip. And I think that that's a little bit dangerous. Okay, so I discourage that kind of thing. And while we are talking about strange and bend to fit collabs, Sally Hansen has collabed with Mentos. What? So Sally Hansen, of course, is nail polish, not makeup, and these nail polishes are, you know, minty or pink or rainbow colored or like, you know, springy Easter yellow. It must just be so strange for these brands to have a PR team reach out to them and be like, do you want to collaborate on some nail polish? Like, you know, that person picked up the phone and they were like, this is Mentos. Did you mean to call us? Like, is there anyone out there who's like, oh my God, I am such a Mentos fan that I'm going to let my fandom for chewy mints bleed over and I want to support them with my next most profitable dollar by buying their nail polish? Like, is there a kid who's walking down an aisle who's like, oh my gosh, mom, I love chewy mints and I love nail polish. Please buy this for me for Easter. I'm really trying to thread the needle here, guys. BH Cosmetics has moved from the Zodiac trend to the adjacent birthstone trend. So now we are on aquamarine, and all this does really is target you as a consumer whose birthday exists. Like, is your birthday in March? Wow, don't you love aquamarine? It's your birthstone. You should buy this palette. And I appreciate the fact that this is different because it isn't just a beige and pink and chocolate brown eyeshadow palette, but it is really different. It is like, let it go, like we are in Frozen territory. So not for me. Bare Minerals, of course, y'all, you know, serve up what could be considered an extremely boring release, and I am excited about it. It's called a bronzer, which is a portmanteau that I accidentally make all of the gosh darn time. I say blush and bronzer and brush a lot, and then I tend to kind of smush them together, and so bronzer has definitely come out of my mouth before. So it is the Gen Nude Bronzer Blush, and it is $24, and it comes in 3 shades, a pink, a kind of terracotta, and sort of a peach, and they look really beautiful. They have some shimmer to them, but Bare Minerals just has a texture to it that is so flattering. It just does magical things on the skin, so I definitely want to try that. And then they are also coming out with their Mineralist Lip Gloss Balm. I'm actually wearing the Bare Minerals foundation today, the new liquid mineral. Big fan of it. So sheer color and glossy shine made with naturally derived fruit oils to provide glossy shine with the hydrating feel of a lip balm. I bet they're putting out a liquid lip balm, kind of like Vesca and, you know, Fit Glow and stuff like that, because I have a kind of deluxe sample of their Gen Nude lip gloss, and it is one of the stickiest formulas I have ever used. It's gross. So hopefully that is the case, and if it is, I will try it. Natasha Denona is coming out with a new eyeshadow palette called Circo Loco, and it is all bright as heck and mostly shimmers. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, and all the rest are either shimmers or satins, and they are so bright I will be skipping that one. You know, it took me a long time on my channel to come around to the fact that, like, spending my money on things like that, while someone might come to my channel, be attracted to my channel because I decided to try something they were interested in, I'm not going to make that look cute, you know? I can't sell the garment on that. It's not going to look good on me, and therefore I'm never going to use it, so why own it, you know? ColourPop by Bambi. Moving on, we've got Peeps by Hip Dot. Like, the demand for this doesn't exist, I think is the weird thing. And that to me is like they're entirely relying on someone seeing this and going, that's cute, maybe I need it, not there is a customer demand for these colors or this collab or for this to exist. It's not getting by on cute points, and I'm honestly tired of makeup trying to get by on cute points. Make it useful. M Cosmetics has put out their blush in Venetian Rose, and I haven't gotten it yet. It's supposed to come in PR. I'm so excited about it. Honestly, it's so pretty. I want them to expand the Venetian Rose collection forever and ever and ever. They could put out 5 Venetian Rose eyeshadow palettes and I would buy all of them. You know what? Good for Trixie Mattel. Good for her. So we have this new release from KVD Vegan Beauty. And if you're unfamiliar, it's Kat Von D's brand, but she's not at the brand anymore, and they're really trying to revive their status in the industry by separating themselves from her and her weird, bad, dangerous, toxic opinions. And I know that there are a lot of people like me who still kind of don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, but they did come out with these concealers. They're the Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm, so foundation balm. And there are so many shades that it's like hard for me to ignore it. It's kind of like how Revolution Beauty keeps putting out these like knockoff palettes of like the Hourglass palette, but they're like a lot more inclusive than the Hourglass palettes. And so I'm like, not an original idea, but you're doing a better job. I kind of don't know how to feel about it. And so I don't want to give KVD Vegan Beauty just a pass because they're just like, oh, we're gonna use her name or her like previous success and then just iterate on it without her. That still feels kind of sus to me, but at the same time, like, that is so inclusive. Y'all let me know. Okay. Kris Jenner has filed trademark docs to lock up her rights to future beauty brands Kris Jenner Beauty, Kris Jenner Skin, and Kris Jenner Skincare. As much as I admire a Scorpio going and trying to take the chunk of the world that she feels is owed to her, I would never give Kris Jenner my money. Not willingly, and certainly not on any kind of beauty product. That girl's foundation never matches her neck, okay? I feel like if you're a Disney fan, like if you're someone who's really, really into Disney, like Disney bound, like, you know, just those people who are super, super into Disney and like it soothes your soul. I feel like you are so victimized by makeup releases. How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel when you're like, I am part of this really cool fandom that is very cute and very pretty, and all of a sudden people are just really trying to take my money based on the fact that they think I'm going to buy anything that has a Disney character on it? Like, that would offend me. Way back February 17th, we have a new release by Becca before they announced that they are going away in September, and it is the Sunsetter face palette. Didn't this already exist? I feel like aside from their kind of really out there products, like their, you know, clear foundation, that's how I feel about every Becca release. They put something out and we all go, didn't that already exist? That's kind of how I feel about everything from Hourglass too. This is personal, and I don't usually just bag on brands like this, but I have always said that I appreciate that the Clean at Sephora section has done the legwork to vet the performance of the products on clean beauty. You know, we saw this in 2019, right? There are a lot of clean beauty brands out there that aren't carried at Sephora because I feel like Sephora does such a good job of making sure that they perform at the same par, at the same level as the other luxury prestige products that they carry. And yet they just picked up Say Beauty. That is, I haven't tried their foundation and I haven't tried their lip gloss, but I ordered their Dew Balm, their brow product, their mascara. What else? I think that they had like a lip balm at the time, and it was the most abysmally disappointing group of makeup that I have tried in a really long time. Like, it was like they hadn't even tested it in a lot of ways, and they were the exemplar for a brand that comes to the table with so many promises about their sustainability, but like absolutely nothing in terms of executing on it. It was like all plastic packaging and everything. They had like metal lids. Oh, okay, cool. But like everything was plastic, and they were like, no, we have like a plan, you know, but it's like, okay, well then execute on the plan. Don't make me promises. But the performance on those products is so bad. And I also saw it was like a video on Instagram where a black person was trying to use their SPF, and they used the amount that you're supposed to use and like, you know, 3 fingers, and they could not rub it in to the point that it wouldn't just leave this like, I mean, really, really, really bad white cast on their skin. And then when people reached out to them about it, they said something like, oh, well, you know, we saw that video and that person used like 1/4 of the bottle. That was ridiculous, or something. Like they didn't even want to come clean on it. Either way, not a fan of Say Beauty, and I've also seen them get really stinky in people's comments when they do give a bad review. Like the owner, again, it's one of those cases where they, you know, were managing their own social media in the beginning and just like could not help but take the bait. So yeah, I'm just really surprised that they're at Sephora. Oh, but Paula's Choice is at Sephora now. Ooh, I've gotten back into some Paula's Choice products lately. Oh my gosh, if you're gonna pay a little bit more, it's not even expensive, but a little bit more for your skincare, Paula's Choice is just, it's so good. It's so good. I forgot how good it was. I am searching my brain to the farthest reaches to try and reason with who a Blockbuster eyeshadow palette is for. Is it for me? Because I remember Blockbuster. I rented VHSs from Blockbuster as a child. Like, I am oldish. Okay, and it's put out by Hot Topic. Hot Topic just, you know, they just embrace the kitsch of it all. I am so curious who would buy this, because, you know, Hot Topic is targeting pretty young people who probably don't know what Blockbuster is. It's like my friend told me, he's like, yeah, my nephew the other day asked me, why do they call it hanging up? Why do they call it hanging up the phone? And we were just like, oh my God, my head just exploded. And when we talk about filming things, we're not using film. When I always say, you know, Mike says, videotape that, tape it. We still say that, okay? We don't say video it, we don't say take a video, we say videotape it, you know, tape that. I don't think Gen Z and future generations say that, and I don't think that they understand in a lot of cases what the heck Blockbuster is, and I don't think that walking into a Hot Topic, that color story is going to speak to them enough that they're like, maybe I should Google what Blockbuster is. No. So yeah, I can't with that, but also I appreciate this comment that was directed to Jamie French. Someone commented, I know the quality of this is probably crappy, but I feel like this would go perfect with a Frepisode. If you are not familiar with what a Frepisode is, go watch Jamie French Makeup and Movies. It is so much fun. I still want her to do New York Minute though. I want her to rip that movie apart. Oh my God, are you serious, Too Faced? What is it with Jared Blandino? He just can't help himself, can he? So they've come out with this teddy bear collection, which I'm assuming was kind of to coincide, yeah, with Valentine's Day. I'm a little bit behind, but fam, how many pink and brown and beige eyeshadow palettes can we get? I just don't know who's buying this stuff. If you have a makeup collection of any size, this is just a blur. Wait, does it have a scent? Does it have a scent? It doesn't appear to have a scent, but I don't know why. I don't know why not. Too Faced only knows one thing, and it is make white girl makeup and make it smell like something. Viseart, I learned my lesson. Love Letter? Oh my God. It's like, it's just got this bizarre like margarita color right in the middle of it. I have learned my lesson on the Viseart palettes. If I can't go in there, swatch every single color and see exactly how it's going to look on me, don't assume the best, because these are some funky color stories. They just, that Paris edit did not work for me at all. Great formula, weird color stories. Oh, KKW Beauty put out an all matte palette of beige. Oh, they have a cool one and a warm one. The cool one, they just look like ColourPop. They look like ColourPop, fam. If you want a palette like that, that's what ColourPop is for. And I have also decided that I am officially over my like purported love affair with wanting the Naked Wild West palette. They didn't send it to me. I could request it and ask them to, but I went to Ulta yesterday and I looked at it and I was like, no, that actually is a Naked palette. You know, I think that with the turquoises in it, it's tempting to think like, wow, this is a little bit outside of the whole Naked box. Naked Ultraviolet was the weirdest one, but this one is like, when you see it in person, if you just like cover those two blue shades, it's just a palette of neutrals, which is fine. And I would use it if I had it, but it doesn't, I'm not gonna spend my money on it. Milk Makeup Electric Glossy Lip Plumper. Well, Milk Makeup, that sounds nice. I think I would like that. Everybody was making fun of Milk for putting out those chalky crayons. They're like literal like makeup chalk, but a plumping gloss. You had me at hello. Tarte Sea Breezy Cream Blush for $27. Are you crazy? Ciate has put out a Superfruit Burst Citrus AHA Primer. They want me to put citrus and AHA on my skin and then go outside and do life. No. Do you know anything about skin? No. The Kosas Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder comes in a bunch of shades, which is very cool, Kosas. I do want to try this. I thought that they would send this to me. I know I keep saying that, like I sound like I'm throwing shade. I'm not. I just, you know, like when they send you here, I expect that they're going to, kind of thing. And typically they like reach out to me about this kind of stuff, but they didn't. So maybe I will reach out to them, and if not, maybe I'll just buy it because I've heard good things.
Fully intended to buy it at Sephora yesterday, but all those shades, they don't carry them all in store. They had 5 of the shades on their display. They did not have all of them, and they did not have the fairest one. And so I just found that to be a little bit frustrating, because why have so many shades if you don't build them into the display? What's the point?
And I think that that's kind of it for right now. So let me know if there are any new releases that you guys are really curious about that are coming out right now, because I mean, I don't want to say like I'm hungry for new releases, because I don't think that we need to find reasons to buy things if these things don't exist, like I talked about earlier in the video, but I do want to make sure I don't miss anything. You know, so far we are kind of in a little bit of a drought as far as things being right squarely in the middle of appealing instead of, you know, so basic that they're just played out, or so over the top that they completely jump the Easter shark. So that's where I'm at today, guys. Leave me a comment down below telling me what makeup you're excited about right now, what makeup brand, makeup line that you want me to review. Let me know. If you guys found this interesting, fun, enjoyable, a great way to pass your time, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.